Hello everybody, this is Eva Montalvo. My company is Nourish Yoga and Wellness. Today I wanted to share some super gentle moves to kind of check in with our joints and see how things are working today. Remember to take it as gentle as you need or challenge yourself if you want, but this class is really about making things more mindful. So we're just going to check in first of all with the fingers. So you're sitting in any chair that you'd like to, but try to find a place where you can actually feel a long spine, and even if you need to sit back, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to start with the fingers by just do right hand. So wiggling the fingers as if you were waving hello. See if you can get each finger moving a little independently. And then make a claw and then stretch out the fingers. Try that a few times. Releasing the hand, go to the left side. Same thing, wiggle out the fingers. Maybe one side is a little different than the other, not as easily moved. And then again, a little claw shape and then spreading out. Good. And if you ever have where you can only do one side of your body, then you can do the same side twice, or you can imagine that the side that's not moving, imagine in your mind those movements in case, for example, if you have stroke and you're not really moving one side of the body. So just kind of check in with that. I'm going to take that right hand, and this time we're going to wave as if we were doing a little parade wave. And you can look off to the side like you were the queen and you're riding along in a parade, starting to move through the wrist and the forearm. Good. And bring that side down, and then the left arm. So again, rotating the wrists in and out, looking over to the left side or the opposite side. Sometimes my video gets reversed from what I think I'm recording. And then bring it down. So let's continue moving up the arms to the elbows. So we're just going to take one arm and bring it forward. And turning your palm up, bend your elbow, bring your finger to your shoulder. So we're just going to open and bend. So moving now into the elbow joint. Good. And now if you turn your palm down and bend the elbow so your arm comes across your chest, and then we're going to stretch it out and then bend. Really simple movements, but this is where you can start to notice what might be happening in your body. If there's a certain area that's having a little more tension in it or pain. And we'll do the same thing with the left. So the palm is up and the fingers come to the shoulders, and we're straightening the elbow and then bending the elbow. Do this a few times. Good. And now when the arm reaches out, you turn the palm down, bend the elbow so your hand is across your chest. And then we're going to straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Good. Straighten and bend. Good. And release back down. Starting to bring the shoulders up toward the ears, maybe scrunching a little bit. Take an inhale here and then exhale, let the shoulders relax. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, bring them up. And then exhale down. And 1 more time. Good. Exhale, relax. While we're near the shoulders, let's go ahead and take a look and see how things are going with the neck. So taking your chin down towards your chest, noticing how that feels across the back of the neck. And then lifting the head, lifting your chin just a little, not letting the head drop back far, but just so you feel the stretch across the front of the neck, and then back down. A couple more times. Inhale, add the breath, and exhale down. 1 more time. And exhale down. Bring your head back to neutral, looking over toward the right shoulder, only as far as your neck is comfortable without any strain, and then back to center and to the left. So continue going side to side. I'm making this super gentle because I know so many people that have issues like arthritis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, so many different things that could be happening that make regular movement very difficult. So we're going to take it as slow and as simple as we can. But let the right ear relax to the right side. At the same time, you're letting maybe your left arm hang down. You might even let that arm swing around a few times. And bring it back. Left ear toward left shoulder. Relaxing both shoulders. Maybe let the right arm hang down or the opposite arm. Good. And again, swinging it around. And bringing your head back to center, your hands back to your lap. And then finding a little circular motion as if you were drawing the letter O with your nose. You make a tiny, tiny amount. And then if your neck gets more comfortable, then spiral it a little bigger. Keep the breath going and notice that you may hear pops and clicks, and those are all pretty normal as long as they're not painful. Good. And when you pause, reverse direction. Again, starting small and going a little bigger. Now I know some of you already have pain before you even start this. So then the rule on this would be that don't let anything aggravate that pain. So anything that starts to aggravate pain that you already have, either make that movement gentler or skip it altogether. All right, so we've done the shoulders, the arms, the hands. So let's begin to find some movement through the hips. So if you're leaning back, it may be helpful to step forward a little bit and allow yourself to sit up a little taller if that's possible. And if not, just sit all the way back in your chair, okay? Don't slouch though. Allow yourself to sit all the way back. We're just going to take the hands behind one of the legs. I'm not going to say right or left because I don't know how this is recording. We're going to just swing it right and left or in and out. Allow it to just kind of find a little bit of motion through that hip joint. And that's the issue. We need a little bit of motion to get our joints really lubricated. They say the motion is the lotion. And it really is like a synovial fluid that moves around in our joints once we get things moving. When you're not moving, things get a little bit tight, especially when you are static for a long period of time. So let's go to the other leg and bring it out and in. You can use both hands or just one, up to you. Kind of checking in with what's happening with that part of the body. And then keeping your hands on your thighs, allow yourself to lean forward a little bit and then back up. And this is more about kind of just sensing what's happening in the low back area. Good. This is just really nice way to kind of get things going if you feel like you haven't done very much in a long time, or you're even just kind of suffering through something happening in your body or even an emotional period. And slowly come back up. Continuing down the legs, we're going to lift one leg and then just stretch the knee, bend the knee. Stretch it out and bend. Good. One more time. Straighten and bend. Bring it down. Other side. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Good. And bring it down. Good. So this comes from my chair yoga training, and it's called a joint check. It's kind of moving through the body, checking in all the different areas where our joints of our bones come together. And observing what's happening in them. So we know going forward what needs more love and what needs more challenge, all right? So same thing, let's go ahead and lift the right leg, and this time we're gonna move the ankle by pointing the toes down and then bringing the toes up. So a few times with that, as if you were pushing a gas pedal down and back up, and then rotating the ankle around a few times. Good, and then reverse. Bringing that foot down. If you start to feel tension where we just lifted the leg, then just take the leg out to the side and bring it in and out. Kind of like what we did when we lifted the leg. Really simple, easy movements. Bringing that leg back into center. We'll move to the other leg. We're just lifting it enough to get the toes and ankles moving. So pointing and flexing. Pointing, flexing. So you can actually separate your toes and wiggle them out a little bit and then curl them under. After a few times, let's rotate the ankle Anytime you need a little break, bring the leg back down and then bring it back up. So rotating and then reverse the direction. How's the breath? Are you holding your breath? Can you still get that breath going smoothly and deeply? Good. Bringing the leg down and taking it out to the side. We're just going to wiggle it in and out. Good. We're going to try a different breath. And when I say take a deep breath, if you have some issue that makes it difficult, like respiratory illness, I'll give you some other ways to try that. We'll go ahead and bring the leg back in. And with the feet down, just play around with coming up through the heels and then bringing the heels down and lifting the toes. And once again, if you don't have that motion through any part of your body, if that's not accessible to you, you can either just imagine that you're doing it, which is still an important way to practice that mind-body connection, or you can just skip it and do something else or rest. And then letting the feet relax. We'll do one more thing. If that's helpful for you, you're just going to lift the leg with both hands and let it fall. Letting it be like a foot stomp. Hits the ground, makes some noise. Good. And going a couple more times if that's okay with you, and if not, you know when to stop. It's your body. Maybe you start to feel some tingling sensation coming up through the foot. And that's good. We want some blood circulation, and we also want to build some bone strength by putting that weight. So we'll switch to the other side. Lift, drop, lift, drop. Good. A few more times at your own pace. Good. And then release down. So we've kind of gone through the entire body now with just really gentle movements. So let's go ahead and practice the breath. So take a little break, sitting back in your chair, noticing how that feels. You can even close your eyes for a moment. And start to feel the air as it enters your nostrils. Follow it through the lungs, and then follow it back out, either through the nostrils or the mouth. Don't worry about how deep you're breathing, just feel the breath moving. And gently opening the eyes, we'll practice a breath that can be helpful for so many people. And it's basically an inhale through the nose, as if you were sniffing a flower, and then imagining that you're holding a candle and you're just trying to flicker the flame. Try that a few times. Inhale, sniffing a flower. Exhale, it becomes a candle flame and you're just trying to flicker it, not blowing it out. One more time. Release. Notice how that made you feel. If you liked it, we're going to do a few more rounds. If you don't like it, then just come back to a natural breath. That's always there for you. So once again, with the opposite hand, we're just imagining that we're holding a flower that we like the smell of, and we're just sniffing. And then holding that candle and flickering it, slow it down. Because if you blow too hard, you'll blow the candle out. So 2 more. Releasing the hands. Take 1 more just like that. And on the last one, if you'd like to do 1 more, we're going to inhale through the nose. Open the mouth with a big sigh. Good. So we've kind of moved through the whole body in a very gentle way, and just notice how that makes you feel. If you're ready to move on to more active, you can maybe take another one of the chair yoga classes I have recorded, or maybe this is enough for you and you're ready to get on with your day from here. But give yourself a minute just to sit here, maybe closing your eyes and feeling the chair underneath you, the ground beneath your feet, and even supporting your back along the back of the chair. Notice the natural breath that you have. And then notice your thoughts. Keep your brain right here in this moment, feeling whatever you notice here. And softening any tension, like your shoulders, your face. Maybe feeling the lips and the cheeks relax a little bit more in the space right between your eyebrows. Some of the areas we tend to gather more tension are in our face and our shoulders. So just take 3 more natural breaths for you. When you're ready to come out, gently open the eyes. Good. And one more cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling with a sigh. Good. Turn your palms up, and if that feels good, just kind of observe the sensation. Maybe you have a calmer energy, or a maybe slightly peaceful feeling. And if any of those apply to you, hold on to that. And if it doesn't apply to you, just be grateful for being able to do this little bit of movement today. I want to thank you for joining in. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you so much.